Welcome to the Feminine CEO podcast. This is Lorraine Pursell, your host. I'm here with you every Monday and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern at facebook.com/Lorraine Pursell MA. This is where we gather and bookend our weeks. Monday, we get back in touch with our dreams so that we don't forget where we're going with all the confusion sometimes in our day-to-day life. And on Friday, we come back home to ourselves and tune into our body's wisdom with our 50 trillion cells. And that's where we are today, tuning back into ourselves in something I call Body Talk Friday version of the Feminine CEO podcast. What I've found in my 3 decades of coaching and counseling beautiful women around the world is that if we don't have these two anchors, we're kind of like lost at sea. We're tossed to and fro. We have to stay connected to our dream, or we feel disillusioned by life. We feel overwhelmed and plowed under by it. And if we don't come back in on Fridays and pay attention and nurture this valuable vessel, we're sunk. we're not going to make it to the end. And I'm sure you'll agree with me. It's a heap of effort to be entrepreneurs and to put our message out in the world. So just a touch about me, I'm 30 years as a marriage, family, and child counselor and certified life coach, among other things, but those are my main things. And I do these 2 podcasts a week because they're what I need. And I started these 7 years ago and just invited other women to come along with me. So that's how I've gathered my following. And I'm very thankful to have you with me. So as you jump on either live or in the replay, please drop a comment. Tell me that you're here because I can't tell you're here unless you tell me. And if you are in the replay and live, please play along with the prompts because you're going to get a lot more out of this podcast if you do. These are your opportunity to use my signature processes that Mary, good morning, to use my signature processes to come back home to yourself. Because this is what is lacking in this world of social media and overwhelm is us getting so distracted and being like an energy bomb. Hi, Sean, being like an energy bomb ball with all of our energy going outside of us and depleting us. And my invitation is for us to come back in, bring all of that energy back in and use this as our tether. And so what I do on these calls is I train you to come back in. I coach you to come back in with a process that intuitively come to me as I'm here with you. So let's begin by breathing in white light energy from the top of our head. Your crown chakra is like a funnel. And as you're breathing in, it's swirling in a counterclockwise spin. And as you're taking in a deep breath, rather than your belly expanding, I want to invite you to have your rib cage go out to the side. It's kind of a new thing because we've been trained to swell our belly. And if we can come to the sides, it keeps us out of fight or flight. Keeps us out of fight or flight. So just try that with me. Breathe in with your, hi Janine, breathe in with your ribs coming out to the side. And then after you've done that a few times, we'll take the next step. So just do that with me for a bit. Breathe, take an inhale, and your rib cage is going out, not out front, but out to the sides. Okay. Then, once you've done that a couple of times, takes a little practice because we're used to our belly going out, right? I wish I'd learned this one a long time ago because I used to just hate it that I would have to swell my gut when I'm inhaling. It's like, oh, so unattractive. So here we are. We're going out to the side. So our belly gets to stay in. Okay. And then as we have it out, we're going to lift even more than we think we can inhale. all the way up to the top. So what we're doing is taking all of our ribs and we're separating them out with the intercostal muscles that could be fused from so many years of having collapsed breathing, hunching over. It's your invitation to breathe out to the side and then breathe up all the way up to this last rib and feel the expanse between each rib. Feel them stretching. Can you feel that stretching? I love you so much too, Janine. Yeah, isn't that amazing? And this breathing keeps us out of fight and flight, freeze and fawn. Ooh. Let's try that again. Out to the side. Feel each rib separating. And stretch those little muscles, those intercostal muscles, all the way up to the top. That last little rib, unwinding. I learned this from Judy Coons, who is one of my gurus of the medical medium realm, and she's more. So I just learned this from her last week. And it's been making a huge difference for me. Okay, let's do that again. This will save you. Feel your ribs separating, opening, opening, opening. Unlike what we've been trained forever, which is breathing into your gut. So glad I don't have to do that anymore. And that this breathing actually calms our nervous system. So keep breathing in that manner. But you might want to set it, she says, set an alarm maybe for once an hour just to do that a few times. Because you could be starting to detox from it, which is a good thing. But you could be coming up with some emotions. So, yes. So as we bring in that white light energy from the top of our heads and feel it swirling in our bodies in a counterclockwise spin outside of the wisdom of the world. I'm not interested in the wisdom of the world. I'm only interested in the wisdom of my own body and the wisdom of source. The world doesn't hold much wisdom for me. I'm not too cool on it. Yay. I'm liberated. Continue to be liberated. And I teach my women to be liberated from it. How to get unentangled from the emotional trauma and be a sovereign person unto yourself. Find extreme fulfillment here. Extreme satisfaction here. It's huge. Ah, yes. So as that white light energy goes down, since this is the Body Talk Friday version of the Feminine CEO podcast, I want you to tune in to your aches and pains in your body. What is your body telling you? Yes, thank you, Janine. Janine's saying ditto on that one. So all the way down and then down into Mother Earth. Anything that doesn't serve us is getting swirled out with these super powerful little tornadoes going down. 50 trillion little tornadoes in our 50 trillion cells. Cleaning everything out. And everything that isn't serving us is getting expelled either through our pores or down into Mother Earth, who is the master composter. And once we're there, take another deep breath out to the side of your body and consult Mother Earth for her wisdom. What do you require of us today and this weekend, Mother Earth? What do you require of us today? Mother Earth's initials are M-E. And once you get your message from Mother Earth, please feel free to write it in the comments. So Mother Earth's wisdom to me is to stay calm. perfect as I'm talking today about overwhelm, how one of the methods that I've found to overcome overwhelm. Janine, Mother Earth is telling me to slow down and relax. Yes. Did you know that in a gaggle of horses, the lead horse is a mare? So the lead lady horse isn't the most powerful, isn't the strongest or the biggest. She's the most relaxed. Because if she is relaxed, if she's grazing, if she's just la 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 la, everyone else knows they can just relax. So consider that in your families, in your workplace, in your own business. By the way, the Feminine CEO means we are combining the masculine business model, which is all we've ever been taught, with feminine principles of tuning within and using that as our guidance rather than burning ourselves out, getting chronic illnesses from working too hard and not honoring our bodies or our connection to source, and using our inner guidance to show us what our next aligned actions are so that we can sustain ourselves in health and longevity and stay the course with our dream and our vision that has been divinely given to us. That inspiration that you got years ago or days ago, it's going to take some good effort to stay the course. So we get shit done. We don't just loll around because it's what we want to do. We know. Janine says, did not know this one, sis. Me being the horse person. Yeah, my sister's a serious horse person. So that's like in the, a thing of Mustangs or whatever. So the lead horse is the mare, the most relaxed mare. So today I'm talking about overwhelm. On Monday, I talked about burnout, and I got a lot of feedback about burnout. And so I wanted to talk about overwhelm today because that's another symptom of being an entrepreneur or just in life. How do we stop overwhelm? And one of the methods is to take time for you and to tune into you. How do you carve out time for you? How do you do that when you're busy, busy, busy? You have so much to do. Well, one of the first things, and I mentioned this on Monday, is on Monday's podcast, is to don't do for other people what they can do for themselves. Just say no. Just get pissed and put down your foot and say no. I will not do that for you. You can do that for yourself. This is one of the chronic things I've found in working with women is they do for their families what they can do for themselves and take on loads. That reminds me. Oh my God, I saw the most incredible sight the other day. I was taking a little side road and I saw this beautiful young mother, and she had one toddler in one hand, more like a 3 or 4 year old, and another baby in a stroller. And I had to look twice and examine to make sure she was actually a woman because her hair was chopped short and she had all this weight up in her shoulders. I mean, she had huge shoulders and a little tiny rear end and little tiny spindly legs. And I just looked at her and my heart just sunk because her body had morphed that way because she was taking on the burdens of the world. When we have tension in our shoulders, when we are carrying excess weight in our shoulders, when we have that body type, it's because we have been conditioned to carry too much. So she'd completely lost her femininity. I couldn't even tell that she was a woman. And she'd innocently gone by that. She'd innocently come by that because that is how we are trained. From the minute we're born, in the womb, DNA from centuries ago. And she was the picture. If you can hold that picture in your mind of this woman with a little toddler in her hand and a stroller in her other hand with legs that are barely holding her up because she's so top heavy, because she's carrying the burdens. This is your picture of overwhelm and burnout. Okay? So I want you to just get this burned into your brain. Yet this is the picture of overwhelm and burnout. And we've all been there, and we're all approaching it at some level or another. My job is to bring you back from that edge and show you how to come back from that edge. How do you come back from that edge? Number one, where are you doing for others what they can do for themselves? And this means emotionally also. So just take a moment and just scan your life. Where are you doing for others what they can do for themselves? Where are you carrying an emotional burden for others that they are well able to carry for themselves? Just think about it for a moment. If you want to drop it in the comments, go ahead. So if you are worried for somebody, here's your opportunity to use your feminine powers to hold in your mind the picture of them that you want, because you will actually influence them to the positive by doing that. Isn't that incredible? You're going to actually, not that you can create in their life, but you're going to start putting energy into the picture that you want. And where in your households are you doing what people like? Are you burned out babysitting your grandkids? Do you feel like you're only paid attention to because people want favors from you? Are you happy with that? Time to really analyze that and go, no. Just start saying no. Politely. But it's about putting yourself first. Putting yourself first. Putting yourself first. Can they get someone else to watch the kids? Was it your job to do that? Where are you being asked to do things that don't fit with your vision? Doesn't mean once in a while you can't do that. I'm spending the night at my daughter-in-law's house tonight because they're out of town with my two youngest grandsons. But that's kind of a rare occurrence. It's something that I thought I could do, but it's because I'm sourcing myself. I'm sourcing myself that I have that extra. So sourcing yourself is the other thing. How can you source yourself so that you don't go into overwhelm? How can you source yourself so that you can come back from the edge of overwhelm? So just take a moment and think of a few things that you can do that are shutting out the outside world, saying no, and staying right here. Have you been letting yourself sneak off mentally to watch? I was on my computer yesterday with my tech guy, and we got rid of the notification thing, even the weather. And I was kind of enjoying the weather. And then all of a sudden, fucking MSN had decided to give me these alerts. Caution! Update happening right now. And it's like, fuck that. Get off of there. And he went into my controls. And so I don't want to know that shit unless it's happening right now with me, in my face, in my family, or in my neighborhood. It doesn't concern me except to send light and love to it. Light and love, light and love, light and love. What else can we do? Except, the media wants us to get all concerned and all worried so that we lose our immune system, get sick, have to go on big pharma and become a slave to their system, right? So I'm not up for it. So overcoming overwhelm is catching that feeling in the very beginning. That feeling in the very beginning for me is like this. I can't describe it. It's like too much. So you just start peeling it off one at a time. Just say no. Just say no. How is it possible that we came here to be slaves? How is that possible? It's not. So here's your invitation to come back from the edge. So come back up to the bottoms of your feet, counterclockwise spin, tune into your body. Where is overwhelm gripping you? Is it your gut? Is it your chest getting tight? When I notice these, I have a mental picture of myself going down the stairs and just feeling so overwhelmed. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even care what's going on. Just breathe. We don't even have to know what it is. Just breathe and take a mental vacation. Go out for a quick walk. Breathe. Just rebel and go, oh no, you're not controlling me. I'm boycotting this, whatever this is. Even if I don't know what this is, it doesn't feel good. And I'm saying, no, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Janine, I got so overwhelmed at work yesterday that I just went home. Thank God it was time for me to leave anyway. Right? And honestly, our employers and the powers that be want us to be overwhelmed and carry their burden and overwork. And you won't last. You will not last. Because that stuff just works into chronic illness and mystery illness. No bueno, and we're not doing it. So let's tune into our body. What does it need from us this weekend to restore and regenerate? I keep getting walking on the beach. That's what I'm supposed to do this weekend. So let's draw a card real quickly. So my invitation to you is to, when you start to first notice the body cues for being overwhelmed, and then have the courage to say, fuck no, step back from the edge and say no to something. Anything, maybe the most pressing thing, and ask yourself, is this something that I'm carrying for somebody else? It's their job, not my job. Hi, Darcy. Okay, here's one card. Came out. No to overwhelm and no to burnout. Let's see what this is. Lifting the veil. Lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must MFing go. Question everything. I opened right to the page. I'm going to read the subtitle again because it's so powerful. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. If you're in overwhelm, you're carrying something that's unaligned. What if we were to really start relaxing? That means letting go of those burdens. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so that we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. to dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and to protect those who don't have a choice. No, who don't have a voice. To look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our lives that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it is so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. Yes, Janine. Janine says Matt Kahn, and when he spoke about the quickening, yes. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What isn't congruent in your life? Just scan your life right now. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? Okay, my loves. Here's your invitation. Do not jump off. Wait until I close. Really close. On Monday, I'll be speaking about being integrity with yourself in business and in life. I'm a third generation female entrepreneur. My son is an entrepreneur. My entire family is entrepreneurial. My grandchildren are being trained to be entrepreneurs. In fact, there's nothing else they really want to do. So I help you get your message out to the world. I help you get your voice out, because if you don't get your voice out, you start getting weird things like growths in your throat. Your body manifests it all. Okay, so I'm here to help you bring out your voice, bring out your message, bring out your truth. So until Monday, I will see you. And thank you so much for joining me. For more of my work, go to LorrainePursell.com/empowered. LORRAINE, P as in Paul, URS as in Sam, ELL.com/empowered. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Monday, if not before. Bye-bye for now.